You were exceptionally good in a crisis. People rely on you when things are breaking, collapsing, or burning down. And that competence, not your weakness, is the reason calm feels intolerable. Not because you're broken, but because it worked. Unfortunately, it worked so well that your nervous system reorganized itself around urgency. And now, when nothing is wrong, your body treats that like a clerical error. The cost isn't stress. The cost is that peace feels suspicious. Like the part in the horror movie where the music stops and everyone's smiling just a little too long. You're not relaxing. You're thinking, okay, which one of these people is about to get stabbed? Because the villain here isn't trauma. It's optimization without a sunset clause. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, this channel is about leadership, decision making, and what happens when the strategies that made you successful start charging interest. If you're already subscribed, you know the frame. We don't fix people here, we examine systems. This video is not about burnout. It's about rest. It's not about slowing down. It's about why calm destabilizes people who have mastered chaos. If you've ever noticed yourself creating urgency when none exists, losing focus once things are running smoothly, or feeling weirdly annoyed on days that are objectively fine, you're not malfunctioning. You're just overtrained, which is great news because it means the system is working, just for a war that you're no longer in. Now, I'm saying this as an adult survivor of childhood trauma, but also as someone who studies leadership under constraint. High-pressure adaptation creates extraordinary performers. It also creates narrow operating ranges. Biology doesn't reward balance. It rewards survival. And survival doesn't ask, is this sustainable? It asks, did this work last time? And if the answer is yes, your nervous system goes, great, never touching the settings again. Perfect. Congratulations. You're now running Windows 98 on a $6,000 MacBook. Now let's be clear. Your crisis skill set is real. It's earned. But a strategy that works in one environment can quietly sabotage you in another. This was something I didn't realize when I began my journey. This is not a moral failing. It's like being really good at parallel parking and then trying to use that skill to land a helicopter. Impressive confidence, just the wrong application. So here's the first misinterpretation. You think you're just good under pressure, and what you're really good at is rapid pattern detection under threat. That's not a personality trait. That is conditioning. You're like a Navy SEAL at a toddler's birthday party. You arrive early, scope the exits. You don't trust the clown, and you're scanning the perimeter for hostiles. And the hostile is, you guessed it, a cupcake. And to be clear, you were right, the cupcake was unstable. But now you've crouched behind a Paw Patrol table, whispering into an imaginary earpiece, target is frosted. The skill is impressive. The context is humiliating. In unstable environments, speed beats accuracy. So, your system learns, move fast, decide early. For a long time, I thought my clarity came from pressure. What it actually came from was relief of knowing exactly what mattered because everything else had been set on fire for me. Calm removes that filter. That's the cost. The leverage is realizing calm requires structure, not intensity. Here's the villain, clearly stated. Identity reinforcement through necessity. In crisis, your role is obvious. You're the stabilizer, the decider, the adult in the room. Calm removes the demand for that role. And when the role disappears, the nervous system panics, not because it's scared, because it's unemployed. It's pacing around. So, are we still heroes or do I apply somewhere? Let me tell you what this looks like. It's Tuesday, 2 p.m. Emails answered, team is good, revenue is up, nothing is on fire, and your brain goes, oh no. You're sitting in a comfortable chair, holding coffee, and your heart rate is 110. Not because anything is wrong, but because to a brain trained in chaos, quiet doesn't mean safe. Quiet means this is when they get you. Quiet means you miss something. So, you do what any rational person would do. You go looking for a problem. You poke a perfectly calm system like it's a raccoon you're pretty sure is asleep. You manufacture a crisis just to feel the familiar chemistry of solving it. That's the cost. The leverage is learning how to create compression without catastrophe. Let me pause and reorient you. Nothing here means you should give up. Nothing here means your past was wrong. This is about updating an operating system that was designed for instability and never told the environment changed. You don't need to become calmer. You just need to become current. There's a term for this in systems design. It's called overfitting. Overfitting is when a solution performs exceptionally well under very specific conditions and then completely embarrasses you everywhere else. Your strength didn't generalize. It's specialized. Your crisis competence was trained on high stakes, clear throats, fast feedback. Calm environments remove all three of those things. Overfitting is like wearing a tuxedo to a water park. You look incredible. Security assumes you're important. But the second you hit the slide, everyone, including you, realizes a giant mistake has been made. The tuxedo isn't wrong. The water park isn't wrong. You're just dressed for a gala and currently screaming underwater. That's the cost. The leverage is range. Crisis proves usefulness instantly. Calm proves it slowly. If your system only trusts fast proof, calm will feel fake. Insight doesn't retrain systems. You nod at this video, then recreate urgency tomorrow. Go ahead. Not because you forgot, but because the system defaults. The leverage isn't awareness. It's complete and total redesign. So if you want to keep working on you in between now and the next video, start by clicking right here for a video that I know you're going to enjoy. It's really going to keep this thought pattern moving in your head. You're going to make some incredible changes in your life just by subscribing and staying tuned into the video. And if you want more than that, if you want help applying this to your life or your business, check the description for coaching details. My work is built for people in the middle of real transitions, when your old playbook still works, but it's costing you more than it should. I help you get objective, clarify what matters, map the constraints, and build a strategy you can execute consistently. No hype, no vague motivation, systems and decisions, and measurable next steps. Whether you're scaling a business, rebuilding after a hard season, or trying to stop living like everything is an emergency, the goal is the same. A clear roadmap and a disciplined framework you can trust. There's a link in the description to book a discovery call. We'll look at your situation, define the outcome, and decide if a structured coaching engagement makes sense right now. If you know someone who is admired for handling pressure but gets weirdly restless when things are good, send this video to them. Not to fix them, just to say, I think this might help you. Don't forget, you're not broken. You're just trained. So go find some peace.